Today, which category of functions we can discuss it? So don't worry, all the categories are completed. Once again, we need to discuss overview of all the functions. Okay. Like today, what we need to discuss, like, see, A is completed, B is completed, C is completed, D is also completed, E is also completed, and F we need to discuss it now. Okay. So in this F category, there are different functions are there, like filter, find, first and like this. Understand? So let's see with examples for these things. Okay. Let's log into this one. Like okay, so I'm creating an environment like previously because I'm taking a license one. Okay. So yesterday only we take license. I'm taking a license one. Okay. So all the things will be there, like even custom connectors also it is available. Okay. Click on applications. Okay. Like so today we need to discuss F category. In that F category, the first function is filter. Okay. Filter is nothing but selecting the values. That means whichever you are selected, okay, those related calculations only we can perform it. Okay, that it is called as filter. Filter means it is selecting the values. Okay, so for that, what I'm doing is I'm taking like cascading operation. Cascading means what is cascading? Let's see. Okay, I will show one real-time scenario that we can call it as cascading. Okay. So first of all, what is cascading? The name, very important. This name, most of the times you can see, listen this one. Cascading. What is cascading? Means based on based on previous element, based on one element, based on one element selection, other element values you can see. Cascading means, that means, suppose for example you are selecting a particular column value. Okay, whichever column value is selected in other element, those related values only I need to see it. That is what cascading. That means cascading means it is depend upon previous values. Okay, if I want to show the values means, so what values you are selected for the previous element, those related only I need to show it here. That it is called as cascading. Suppose for example, I will show you one real-time example, like one real-time example. What is that one is? Like suppose I'm taking two drop downs. Okay. In two drop downs, in one drop down, I'm filling, in both the drop downs, I'm filling two different columns. I'm filling two different columns in that particular drop down. So in first drop down, whatever value you are selected, based on that value, the second drop down, those related values only I need to display it. That means in first drop down, whichever value you are selected, those related values only we can display in the second drop down. This we can call it as cascading. That means it, if you want to show a particular value, it always depends upon the previous one. Understand or not? This is cascading. That means I want to show the my related details, means you have to select my, suppose for example, I will tell you, okay, I'm working in an organization. Okay, I want to know my information. That means in an organization, there are so many employees out there. That means what I need to do, I need to select my employee ID. Okay, whenever you select employee ID, that means those related information only it is available. Understand or not? That means if you want to show other details, means that means based on your selection of the employees, okay, whichever employee is selected, those related details only it is. That means it is depend upon other. Okay, whenever any values depend upon other, that we can call it as cascading. Cascading is nothing but depends upon other. One value is depend upon other value. One value is depend upon other value. We can call it as cascading. Okay, so that means in filter function, we are implementing cascading scenario by using filter function. We can see how we can implement it. Let's see with example. Understand? New screen. Here, I'm taking two drop downs. See here, drop down. And one more drop down I'm taking. Two drop downs I'm taking. Okay. So I'm increasing this one, like, don't worry. Okay. So in this drop down, you need to load one of the dataset column. In this also, you can load. So that means the same dataset, whatever it is selected in this drop down. So in the same dataset, but different column I'm taking from that. Understand? Let's see how we. So for this one, you can connect with OneDrive data. In this OneDrive data, what column you want to fill it? Like suppose, for example, agent name. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Agent name I'm filling into this one. Okay. Suppose you see by default, one of the column in this particular data set, what are all the columns are there? In one of the column, it automatically take it. If you want to change it also, you can change it here itself. Under the value, there is a different columns are there. What are columns are available here? Those columns. Whichever column you want, you can select that particular column. Understand clearly or not? Okay. See here. So I'm selecting an age. In this particular one, same, I need to select a data source. Okay. In this one, I need to select a location. I'm selecting a location. See here. Now it is displaying. Okay. When you run the application, see here, it will take the multiple values, multiple records. See here, the duplicate records are maintaining here. No, I want to load, okay, distinct values. Okay. So in this drop down, by default, what will happen whenever you load the data from the data source itself, in that column, in that particular table, what are all the rows are there? All the rows it will be displayed in this drop down. But I don't want to see the duplicate values. I want to take the distinct. So for that, what you have to use? Which function you have to use? You know, right? Which function? If you want to take the distinct values of a particular column, then what function I have to use? Can anyone tell me? What is that function name? Distinct. What is that? Distinct function. We already know, right? Distinct function. Distinct function will take the distinct values of that particular table, right? Okay. Distinct of first table name, comma. Which column values you want to distinct, that column name you have to select it. See here. Now run the application and see the details. Okay. You will see, have the distinct values of that particular one. Okay. Understand or not? Even for Canada also, the same thing. Because Canada also, duplicate values are there. See here. Here Canada is there. Okay. See here. France. And again, Canada here also it is there. So we need to take the distinct groups. Distinct of, what is that one? Which column? Location. Okay. Now you can see the distinct values of that particular column. See here. Canada, Brazil, Australia, Germany, France, like this. Okay. Now, see, if I'm selecting mark, suppose I'm selecting, my target is whatever value, suppose for example, I'm selecting Andy campaign. So if I'm selecting Andy campaign, those related location only displayed, right? But here it is displaying all the country locations. So that means first we need to check it from the data source for a particular agent. What are all the countries are there? Those only I'm seeing or not, we need to check it. Suppose the customers data. I'm loading customers data, right? So open the customers data. Okay. So in that, what is the agent name? I'm selected here. So the agent name is Andy Campan 34. Okay. Agent name is this one. When I select this one, what is the location for this one? Australia. But here what it is showing? All the locations it is showing. I want to see only for whichever agent I am selected, that related location only I want to see it. But I will see all the records. Then what I need to do is I'm using a filter function. Okay. See here. The filter function where I need to apply in the second drop-down I tapped. First drop-down not required filter function because in the first drop-down I need to select it. Okay. Whichever value I'm selected, in the second drop-down, those related values only I need to see it here. Okay. So that's the reason in the second particular, this second drop-down only I'm applying a filter function. Understand or not? See here. Now, what will happen? See here, distinct, right? So in the distinct, okay. So which location column only you wanted. But here, I'm passing the direct table name here. That's the reason. In the table, what location values are there? All the distinct values it will choose. No, I don't want to do like that. See, in place of table one, what I'm passing is filter function. What is that? Filter function I am applying. In this filter function, What related location values are displayed? Whichever I'm selected in this particular drop down, those related location values only I need to see. For this one, what I need to do is, like, first in filter function, what is the source? Table 1, right? Table 1, comma. Okay. Which agent, which location related values you want? Whichever agent I'm selecting, that related. Okay. So that means, what is the column name? Agent name. In the agent name column, which related columns you want to see the locations that relate. That means in filter, what you have to write it is first to table name and condition. Whichever condition is satisfied, those related one. Okay. Instead of this one, if I see here, suppose for example, filter. This filter function, what will happen means, it will write the condition. That means you just need to select the table name and comma, it will apply the condition. That means filter is nothing but a condition. Okay. That condition, if it is satisfies, those related values only I need to display. So for that, filter function is used. Understand? If you want to write any condition, those related conditions, whichever it is satisfied, those related values only I need to display it. So for that, you have to use filter function. Understand clearly or not? See, in distinct of, okay. Actually, what we are writing here, table 1, comma, location. Okay. If you pass here, in this table, what location values are there? Distinct location values it will take. That means in place of table 1, what I need to pass it is filter function. That means filter function will apply the condition. That means which whatever whatever the first drop down value, first whatever the first agent value is selected in the first drop down, those related location values only I need to display. For that, in place of table name, I need to apply the filter function. Filter of, okay. And here, what is the source name? That name. First, in filter function, what you need to write? First table name, comma, and what condition? You have to apply the condition. Okay. Condition means it is a, we can call it as logical test. Logical test means what is a condition? So condition means if something, like suppose I have a gender column. I want to see male related total sales. That means in a gender column, male and female is there. That means whenever I'm selecting male related total sales. Female means female. That means this filter condition, you want to filter the values from the gender column. That means you need to select the values. Okay. That we can call it as condition. So how you can write the condition? First, you need to write the column name. What column name? In first drop down, what column value you are selecting, that column name you have to write. See here. What is that name? Agent name. Agent name. Okay. After that, you have to use operator. Whichever operator is required, you can use it. Equal to, less than, equal to, greater than or equal to, and not equal to. Okay, all these operators will be there. Whichever operator is required, that you have to use it. Okay, so I'm using is equal to operator. After is equal to operator, in this, what value you are passing? In this first drop down, what value you are selected? That value related agent only I need to display it. Understand? So for that, what is the first drop down related value? What is the first drop down name value? It is there. That drop down one. Okay. That name drop down one dot. Okay. Drop down one dot selected. That means in the drop down one, whichever value is selected, that value I need to pass it to agent name. So this filter condition, what will happen? Whichever agent related is there, okay? So those agents, okay? Those agents related location only you need to take it. That we need to pass it here. Understand clear? Yeah. So see here, close the bracket. I am down one dot. Selected dot value. Like this. Okay. That means in the drop down one, whichever agent drop down one, what is the first one? What is the name of the drop down one? This name you need to pass it here. One dot selected. Which value you are selected in that one? That value. Selected dot value. That means the meaning of this complete one is, so in this particular drop down, okay, in the first drop down, whichever value is selected, that it will pick this one, okay, and that value it is passed here. So whenever it is passed, so those agent related location, that means anti campaign 4 is there, right? For those anti campaign related, what location it is there, that location only it will display. That is the meaning of this one. Understand clear? Yeah, man. Let's run the application. See here. Suppose I'm selecting Andy campaign. For Andy campaign, what country value is there? See here, Australia. Only Australia. That means in the location drop down, I want to see only Australia. Understand? I don't want to see any other values. Okay. See here. I will clear it and I will close this one and see. Okay. See here. When you click on this one, you will see only Australia, not. Now it is. This process we can call it as cascading. What is that? That means cascading means one value is depend upon another value. That we can call it as cascade. Is it clear or not? Okay. So this is how we can display. Okay. Anyone having any doubts in this one? So once again, I will explain it. Okay. So in this drop down, I'm taking two drop downs. Okay. So actually filter function, what filter function will do means it is a condition. Okay. Filter is nothing but a condition. Okay. Condition means suppose this value, if this value is satisfied, then this value will. If this value is satisfied, that we can call it as a condition. That means if you know like SQL Server, where you can write the conditions in where class, right? Okay. If you know Power BI, where you can write the conditions in filter function. The same filter function here also it will be there. Filter function is nothing but a condition. Okay. That means if the condition is satisfied, then which operation I want to do, that it will do it. Filter function only we can write the condition. Okay. Understand or not? Okay. So for this one, so I'm taking, so this filter function, I'm applying in cascading scenario. What is a cascading? That means if any values depend upon other value, that we can call it as cascading. Understand or not? So that means I'm taking an agent name here and I'm taking a location here. So these two columns, I need to load it in two drop downs. In one of the drop down, in first drop down, what values we need to load? Like we need to load the agent name. Okay. In this, we need to load location. Okay. But whenever I'm passing here, that means, so in this one, okay, in this one, what I'm passing, whenever I'm passing direct column name, what will happen in the data source under agent name column, whatever values are there, how many records are there in that particular column, all the records are displaying. That means if it is duplicate values are there, those duplicate values also it will display. Instead of displaying a duplicate values, okay, we need to take the distinct values of that particular column. If you want to take the distinct values of that particular column, then we have to use a function called distinct function. Distinct of table name, just you need to pass the column. That's it. Understand or not? In the second dropdown. In the second dropdown, what you have to do? In the second dropdown, you have to put the location. Okay. So in the location also, if I'm passing a location column in this dropdown, what will happen in the location column, whatever in the date in that particular table in location column, what values are there, all the values it will display. That means if it is duplicate values are there, duplicate values also it will display. Okay, instead of that one, I need to take the distinct of locations. Then we have to use distinct function. Okay, distinct of, see here, distinct of, what is the table name? The table name, comma, location. I'm passing here. Okay, but so, okay, now it is displaying properly. But the problem is, it is the values are not depends upon, that means the values are not depends upon each other. Okay, that means whichever value I'm selected in the first drop down, those related locations are not, it is not displaying here. All the locations are displaying. So to avoid this one, what I need to do is I'm using in the second drop down, because the first drop down is fine, because in the first drop down we need to select whatever value you want. In the second drop down, whichever agent you are selected, those related locations only you need to display it here. So for that one, what I need to do is, see, I'm writing some distinct like this, right? In place of the location column, I don't want to touch it. Only the table name, because in the table, whatever locations are there, all the things it is. So that's the reason I don't want to take the table related location. Okay. Then what I need to pass is I'm applying a filter condition here. That means whichever agent you are selected in the first drop down, those related locations only I want to get it. So for that, in place of table name, you need to apply the filter function. What is the filter function here? In the filter function, you just need to pass the table name. What is the table name here? Table 1. Okay. Comma. In filter function, table name, comma, condition. Vijay, can we write multiple conditions? Yes, you can write n number of conditions. But in our scenario, one condition is enough. So if you want to write multiple conditions, means between the conditions, what operator you have to use? AND or OR operator. By using AND or OR operator. How you can use AND operator? Double ampersand is the AND operator. OR operator means pipe symbols is the one. Okay. So that we already discussed in the A section, right? And how you can use it and everything that we can discuss it, right? Same like that. Yeah. So here, condition, what condition it is? Which in the first drop down, which related column values you are filtering? That column name. That means agent name. So full function name is agent name, column name. Here, you're using an operator, different operators will be there based on the operator. So you can select an operator. After that, you can give the values. Here, values means either you can give static values or else you can give dynamic values. Then we cannot give, like, suppose, for example, I cannot give like this, right? Suppose, for example, agent is, what is the agent? Like Andy, like this. You can give like this also. These related locations only it will be displayed here. Okay. But instead of static value, I want to take the dynamic value. Dynamic value means, so in the first drop down, whichever value agent is selected, that value I need to pick it. Okay. That means if I want to pick that value, what is that particular element name? What is the element name here? Drop down one. This is a drop down element. Okay, but what is the name here? That name. You, you need to pass it here. Because those related values only I need to. So drop down one. That name you need to give. Dot. Selected. Your agent values are selected, right? That selected. Selected dot value. What is that? Value function. That means whichever value you are selected, that value, this part will pick it. And it will assign to the agent. So whatever that means, what this function will do, that means anti-campaign related what locations are there, those only it will be displayed. Understand or not? So for this filter function, you need to close the bracket. Understand or not? See, this is it. Okay. Now run the application and see. Not only this one. Suppose I'm selecting Andy campus. Suppose I'm selecting which related location? Brazil. See here, those related only it is Mark sibling. Then what is the location for this one? See, for Mark sibling, there are different locations are there. Is it correct or not? Check it from the data sources. I already gave the data sources, right? Put it in the OneDrive and you can practice with the data. Okay. What is the agent name here? Mark sibling. This is the person. How many locations are there? See, Singapore, UK, Canada, Malaysia, and all these things. The same related values only will display here. Understand that? Like this. Is it clear or not? This is about this we can call it. This process we can call it as cascading. That means which values depend upon another value. So this we can call it as cascading process. Understand clearly or not? Any doubts in this one? Okay. So this is about filter function. Like this, filter functions are used. Next one is find. Okay. Find means you need to find a particular character, the particular character in which position it is there, that it will return. Understand or not? Let's see. Suppose, for example, I'm taking a data table element. Okay. This one, you can select this table. And which columns are required, you can choose whatever columns. Like suppose I want like a agent name and first name, last name. These columns are enough. Okay, those related columns it will be displayed. Okay, suppose now what I need to do, I need to add a new column. In that add column, suppose for example in the first name n, so I want to find n character in the first name column. Wherever n is there, that means in the first name column, in each and every cell value, first it will check whether n is there or not. If it is there, in which position that particular value is there, that position number it will return. Very important point is what find will do is whatever character you want to find in a particular column, that particular character in which position, that position value it will return. Suppose Bruna is there. Okay. n is in which position? That means from the left side onwards, each and every character you need to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means 4 number it will. Understand or not? Let's see. I want to add the new column. For adding a new column, what function? Add columns, right? Sorry. And what is that one? Find, okay, column name, whatever column name. You can give any number of column, but most of the time column name, what function name is there, I'm applying the column name because for identification purpose. Okay, find of which value first, which value you want to find it. Suppose, for example, n. So whichever value you want to find it, that value you need to give it in the double quotes. Understand? Comma. From which column? Okay. From which column this character you want to find it. That column name you have to write. Okay. Now that means, so in first name column, okay, I want to find n. Okay. Wherever the n is there, in each and every cell value, it will check it. In whichever position that n will be there, that position number it will return. Understand or not? See that column you have to. See here. If suppose, for example, in this first cell, okay, wiki is there. Is that n is the n character is there in that particular cell? No. Then what will returns? Empty values it will returns. What it will returns? Empty values. Okay. Vijay, instead of empty value, can we give any alternative value? Yes, you can give. Like suppose, for example, I'm giving a 0 here. What is that? Mhm. Actually, okay. From which position you need to start? Okay. Here it will tell like the start number is which position? Second character position. From third character. So don't give always you have to start from first character only. That's the reason no need to give start number. Understand clearly or not? So in place of this one, start number like 1 or else 2 if I'm giving like this. Okay, it will start from such from second character. If I give 5, then is this is also empty. Okay. That means from which position it will start. Okay. If you are not giving the value also, it will take from the first character onwards. It starts fetching this particular character. Understand? This character there. That means, and one more thing here. Vijay, I have a doubt here. Suppose if there are multiple n's are there, then what it will return? Only first n related position only it will return. If you have multiple n's also, it won't check other n's. Only first n wherever it is there, that position only it will return. Understand? Like this. Is it clear or not? Okay. This is how the find function will returns. Next category is, next function is first. What is first function will do? First means that means always it will display the first row. It always display the first row from that particular table, that it is called as first function. Understand or not? Let's see. So this one, this is the by using this one, I'm displaying complete table, right? So for before that, I'm using a function called first function. Just this is a table name. This complete inside this one, it is acts like a table. Understand or not? So in first function, you just need to write the table name. In the table, whatever the first record is there, that only it will display every time. Understand or not? So, but my table, before applying this function, okay, before applying this function, this is the table. That means the table is, this is the one, right? So this complete function will return a table. That is the table name. So for this one, you have to apply the first function. Okay. Inside this complete one, you have to pass it here. Okay. Whenever you are passing, that is also, that is acts like a table name. Understand? Only first record values only it will be displayed from that particular one. Only first record. Understand clearly or not? Suppose, for example, you want to display first 5 rows or first 6 rows or first 10 rows or like that. If you want to display it, then we have to use a function called first n. What is that? First n. This first function always returns the first record from that particular table, first row from that particular table. Okay. Next one is like first n. That means n number of rows from the top. From the top onwards, how many number of rows you want to display, you have to use a function called first n. N. Okay. See, in first n, here, so here, this is the table name. This is complete table. First, you have to write the table name, comma. Number you need to write it. Suppose I want to display first 5 rows. Okay. If I'm giving 5 means from the top onward, first 5 rows of that particular table will be displayed. See, first 5 rows. If I'm giving 10 rows, it will be displayed. If I'm giving n number of rows, it will be displayed. Understand clearly? Is it clear or not? Okay. Okay. This is first n. First n means from the table, from the top onwards, how many number of rows you want to display. By using first n, we can implement it. Okay. Next one is group by. What is group by function will do? Group by is nothing but summarizing the data. What is that? Summarizing the data. So for this group by, it will take some time. Like it will take like 20 minutes like that. But we didn't have that much of time. So that's the reason tomorrow, in tomorrow's class, I will explain you what is group by. Okay. Because you will understand what group by will do. Summarizing the data. Okay. What is summarizing? How you can implement. So I will explain you in detail. So in tomorrow's class, because we didn't have that much of time. So in tomorrow's class, we will explain it. Okay. Next one is hover function. What is hover function? That means from the date column, if the hover part is there, that it will be extracted. Okay. Suppose, for example, in this table, date joined is there. Is the time is also available? and this date join, and then see whether hours is there or not. Is it hour is there or not? What is the hour here? I like this citric. So I want to extract the hour from that particular date. Again, where you have to use it? And this one, like this is not required first, and you understand, right? Not required. We remove it, and we are creating a new column. So in this new column, in add columns, we are creating a new column. If you want to add any new columns to the existing table, means must and should, you have to use add columns function. In this one, what is the function? Hour. Okay. In hour, okay. In hour function, you just need to apply that particular column name. What is the date column is there? That column name is the date column. Date joined. Stand on. See? So you can extract, you can show that particular column, then you will see. Okay. See here, whatever hour here 5 is there, right? That part only it will show. Understand clearly or not? Similar like a minute function and seconds function, those also there, but in that category it is available. Same hour, minute, and second, those functions also it is. Understand clearly or not? So these are the categories of H functions. Next one is like I category. In I category of function, there are three different functions are there, like if error, and is blank. Okay. So So what is, first of all, if, what is if function will do? Means if is a logical function. What is that? If is a logical function. That means based on the condition, we can return multiple statements. Understand? If the condition is satisfied, then this statement will return. If this condition is satisfied, then this statement will return. Like this. Okay. If you want to write those things, then see how we can write it. Suppose, for example, so in find function, based on the find function, I am implementing, not find function. Like, okay, let's see. What you want to write? If condition, if of, okay. First, you need to write the logical condition, okay. What is the logical condition here? Like that means, if suppose, for example, like VIP level, VIP level is there, right? Okay. If VIP level, okay, is equal to 3, suppose. Understand or not? That means in VIP level column, if you have like a 3 value, then what I need to return? Like it is like one of the statement. Any statement you can write. It is THREE like this. Like if you want to write multiple conditions, you can write multiple conditions, multiple statements like this. Okay. Suppose, for example, if VIP level is equal to 1, then what we need to return? VIP level is equal to 2, then we can return. So I need to add that particular column. What is that column? If condition. Why it is not showing anything? Because see here is that if in customers particular table. So let's see the VIP level, what it is there. What is the VIP level is there? Yes, it is there. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, it is there. But why it is not returning the proper value? Because whenever we are pull this particular column, VIP level column from the Excel, if you pull any column from the Excel, by default, that column, it will take it as a data type as character. What is that? Character data type, it will take it. Understand or not? It will take the character. So that's the reason. If you want to apply the condition means in the character format only, you have to give the value. Here, this is a numeric value I'm giving. If you want to give the character value, how you can give? In the double quotes only, you have to mention it, right? So that's the reason. Understand or not? If you are pulling any value from Excel, see here, now it is displaying. Understand or not? Because whenever we are pulling the data from Excel, any type of column by default, it will take it as a character. Understand? You have to convert it here. Okay. Whichever column you wanted, that column you have to select it. Where you can do that operation. Suppose, for example, here, see here. Suppose, for example, there is a VIP column is there, right? I'm selected and get this one. By default, what data type of that column it will be there? Second, like, yeah. What is that one? What is the type of the column? It is text column. You have to change it to which column you required. You can choose. Or else here, if it is not possible here, then you have to use a function convert. There are so many things are there. We'll discuss later. Okay. How you can change the data type of a particular column. There are different functions are there. By using those functions, you can convert into different. Understand that clearly or not? So that means in if what will happen here it will just a logical condition. That means if is a logical operator. Okay. Okay. Understand? So in if you can write multiple condition, multiple statements. That means see here in if function. Okay. First you have to write the logical condition. If this condition is satisfied, then the statement will return. Again, one more condition. That means like this. If this condition is satisfied in VIP, then what it will return? One statement will return. If this condition is satisfied, then this will return. Like this, whichever conditions you want to set, whichever conditions are satisfied, those related statements I want to return. For that, you can write multiple conditions, multiple statements. Understand clearly or not? Okay. So for this, you have to write like this. Understand? Suppose, for example, like another condition is there. condition statement like that. Vijay, can we write multiple conditions here in one? Here you are writing one condition only. Okay. But can we write multiple condition? Yes, you can write it by using and or operator. By using and or operator, you can write multiple conditions. You know, right? What is and operator will do? And means if all the conditions are satisfied, then only is the statement. If any one condition is failed, means it is goes to the false state. Like this, you can write n number of condition and number of statement. If it is a final output, that means suppose you have 5 conditions are there. Up to 4 conditions like this. Condition statement, condition statement, condition statement. Like this, you can write it. In the last one, directly you can write the output. Suppose, for example, I'm giving like this. See, directly I'm writing this. Whenever I'm writing this one, so other than these 3, all are written 5 only. See here, whenever it is written in 5. See here 5. For even for other than 5 also, if it is 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, all these are 5 only it will write. For 1 related, 1 only, only 1. For 2 related, TW. For 3 related, THREA. For remaining other than these 3, it will return 5. Understand clearly or not? This is how the if condition will be decided. Okay. So we can stop it here. And tomorrow we have a class. Okay. Tomorrow we have a class. So must and should each and everyone need to join at the same time. There is no time change will be there. So at the same time we can connect it and we will discuss more things. Understand? So we will stop it here and we'll continue tomorrow. Saturday also class will be there. So anyone having any doubts, online team? Anyone having any doubts? What is data source info function? What is data source info function? Means what is that? Which one? Data source. Means data source related details. Like, so from which we are getting, what is the data source name and everything. But in real time, this is not required. Okay. That means data source information means you are pulling a data, right? You are pulling a data from OneDrive. Okay. You know, and me, I know it. But whenever the user sees the data, and they want to see what from which data source you need to show this particular data. Okay. But most of the times we cannot show those information. That's the reason we didn't discuss about this function. Understand clearly or not? That means this function will tell you like from which data source, what is the data source name. This function will tell you. Understand? Yeah. Anyone having any doubts? So we can stop it here. We'll continue tomorrow. Bye guys.